today. From AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. It's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Sam Darnold and the Carolina Panthers.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Carolina Panthers. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. But here we go for the first time with the Panthers offense led out by their new quarterback for 2021 in his fourth season overall now after 3 with the Jets. It's Sam Darnold. Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver? Meanwhile, Darnold's throw complete here, pulled in by Brate. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. There are the numbers for Brate from a week ago. 6 catches, 56 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
From the 31, Darnold got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Couple of former Jets, Darnold to Anderson, first down Carolina. A first down throw, Darnold, and that's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Darnold to throw again. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
One of the more productive and durable players up until last year. Remember, in 2019, 116 catches, which was an all-time record for NFL running backs. Trying to come back from an injury-filled 2020, just 17 catches on the year. Sure is great to see him back on the field doing his thing.
Darnold on first down. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Darnold on third down. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Checks this down to Hubbard. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
McCaffrey is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Now they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a 3rd and goal. Here's Darnold. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Cameron Brate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott set to go on offense for the first time. And with Dak at the controls, his 6th season under center now as the Cowboys quarterback.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Prescott to throw it. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott, man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
They've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Prescott yet again. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 77 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now Prescott. Oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. On first down, it's Darnold. And break, the tight end's got it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, this is McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the 50, it's Darnold. And he's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. The killer here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And Bright has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Amari Cooper and the Cowboys set to take over once again.
There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. That's caught once again by Gallup. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more yards there and quickly another 1st down.
Michael Gallup is the unsung member of the Cowboys receiving corps, but he's made some big catches during his time in Dallas. Now in his 4th season, he makes another one there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Prescott from the gun. He finds his man complete. It's Schultz. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Dalton Schultz had 1 catch in 16 games in 2019 before producing 63 catches in 2020. I don't think it's hyperbole to say that he exceeded everyone's expectations.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Panthers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Darnold. Underneath, he's got Brait. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Derek Brown breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. This is McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Charles, there's something special about one of those big D linemen bringing it in off the tip there. Really nice coordination.
Very much so, and I think what we've seen, and I'm going to put it at about the last 5 years, maybe a little bit longer, coaches placing a bigger emphasis on ball drills, even for defensive linemen, because possession is so key. When you got a chance to take one away, you want people comfortable with the football, and it paid off there.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. To throw is Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. That one goes for 30 yards. Pretty sensational one-handed catch, and for a tight end, he's got really good hands.
One of the things that we've seen continue to develop is how hard guys work on making one-handed catches. Because back in the day, generation before, you never even practiced it because that was kind of being a hot dog, right? Nowadays, it's another way to make a play.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. And he slings one that's incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers, and he can't escape, and down he goes. Sheldon Rankins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The veteran in his first year with the Cowboys, Brian Anger, on to punt, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt.
We're all right. Just call the call. We're going to play. Come on now.
I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We begin with the big matchup of the weekend. Andy Reid's current and former squads. Kansas City taking on Philadelphia. And they've gone to halftime with the Eagles out in front. Colin Kaepernick, 3 first-half touchdown passes. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Julio Jones, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And that game all tied up as they host the visiting Giants. In our game, it was Sam Darnold who was on target in the first half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in by Jarwin.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
And Dak Prescott was not the only Cowboy to miss the bulk of last season. Remember, Blake Jarwin went down in the Sunday night opener on the road against the Rams. He's back healthy and makes a nice catch there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Prescott now.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. On play action, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They'll throw again. Prescott.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here are the Panthers set to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now Darnold going to take it and just bat this one forward to his wideout. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. On the give, this is Hubbard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Now a give, it's Hubbard going left. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 19-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Now Darnold. And this one complete to Smith. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. Darnold now to throw. This is caught. Darnold on target to Moore for the Panther 1st.
Everyone in a Carolina uniform happy to see that 1st down catch by DJ Moore, but none happier than his new quarterback Sam Darnold, who never really had a wide receiver 1 in New York. Now he has one in DJ Moore, who's gone over 1,100 yards in each of his last 2 seasons, 3rd in the league in 2020 in yards per reception.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Going with a fullback, Miller. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Bruce Miller, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, 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 and finally the haymaker to put that drive away.
Sly on for the extra point.
It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. But time to get another look at this Cowboys offense.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Play action now. Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott, and he whips that one incomplete there.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a dump off here complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Here's the Panthers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And taken right at the 35. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right, and rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble. That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Prescott.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
CeeDee Lamb is intended target,
but it's going to be 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And again, it's Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
2nd down and goal. Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Zerline connects on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. To the field, here come the Panthers.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
To throw is Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on...
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A first down throw for Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Able to get away. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
There it is, partner. You see it. 4 fingers. What does that mean?
Fingers. That signifies the 4th quarter's here.
That's right. Who's going to dominate? Usually both teams are holding them up. We own the 4th quarter, what we found out so far. 2 touchdowns here, and now they've taken the lead.
Yeah, second one putting them in front. You know what I see on the other sideline, though? It seems like they've tensed up. Had that lead, they were playing not to lose it, and they've lost it.
That's a great observation. When you play not to lose, you usually don't win.
Now, though, they'll have the opportunity to respond. Zerline good with a PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Darnold's throw is caught here by Anderson.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Darnold.
He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw complete here, pulled in by Brate.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Darnold to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Hubbard. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold.
He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
First target, first catch, and a first down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Throw left side, complete. That's Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers.
Chuba Hubbard
with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point by Sly is up and good,
and that gives them a 3-point lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right. Agreed. 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Oh, not as much fanfare as you might expect. Amari Cooper's gone over 1,000 yards in 5 of his 6 NFL seasons, and even without Dak Prescott for much of last year, he finished with a career-high 92 catches.
Prescott now from the 50. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead,
the Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Sheldon Rankins able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
3rd and long for Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper.
Oh, Cooper with a nice grab.
And oh so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Pretty good play by both the thrower and the catcher there, Charles. Third down, showed a lot of trust in his receiver.
And what I liked about the play was his receiver's understanding that everything wasn't on time back in the pocket. Rhythm was off a little bit. He adjusted as well and gave them a chance to complete that play.
Prescott shakes off the sag. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'd love to know what he's saying in the huddle now to his guys up front, because it's been a steady stream of pressure on him this entire game. That time, able to avoid the sack, but he's got to talk to his offensive line and say, guys, just a couple seconds extra, please.
No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still turning.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, third and goal. Prescott to throw it.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
And Zerline's kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Panthers now set to take over offensively.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show, because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
43 yards on the ground for him so far.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw, Darnold.
They'll run the screen with Hubbard.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll check on his status when we get back. And on third down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back.
Now Darnold. He'll drop that down to Hubbard.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away.
This is fielded at the 27. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again. We get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. And I know that they double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
To throw, Prescott.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. Trying to hurry to the line on the very outskirts of field goal range.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And this one is no good. He missed it. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, 4th quarter, the fans aren't the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Staying on his feet. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Hassan Reddick, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Jalen Smith, the NFC's leading tackler in 2020, there on the stop defensively.
Now Darnold with his first throw of OT. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime.
Holding offense.
Wow, Charles, that doesn't just take points off the board. That takes a win off the board.
So now you have to regroup, because you've gone from celebrating what you think is a win to trying to figure out how to do it again and make it a win.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. David Moore, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. The ball comes out. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for Dallas, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.